When he was well out of range, he slipped his Spencer back into the scabbard. He doubted those boys had the gumption to come riding after them on this moonlit night. His goal now was to get to the wagon and see how badly those folks were hurt. He followed through the night as the wagon raced across the plains. Sure hope whoever's driving that rig slows down before they hit something. No sooner had that thought crossed his mind than the wagon started slowing. He rode closer and called to the woman. "Hello, the wagon. I aim to ride in." "Come on in," the woman called back. Callum rode up next to the wagon and could make her out as she peered into the darkness, trying to see him. "Ma'am, are you all right?" "Yes, I am, but my husband's hurt. The man you shot by the wagon had been cutting James. He'd threatened to skin him alive." "I heard you scream," Callum said. "Yes, that was when the big man hit my son. Jimmy, that's my son, tried to stop him from hurting his paw, but the man just knocked him down and threw him in the wagon." "They both in the wagon?" "Yes, they're both here." "Let's take a quick look at 'em and then we'll head on out of here. I don't think those fellers will follow us. They've had enough shooting for tonight, but we still need to chalk up some distance before daylight, just in case." "I'm fine," came a youthful voice from inside the wagon. Then a boy jumped down from the back. "Pa don't look too good." Callum nodded at the boy as he climbed into the wagon to check on the man, James. He lit a match to get a quick look. The man was out, probably from the pain. There were several slices across his chest and one across his stomach. Fortunately, it looked like the man who had wielded the knife had known what he was doing. None of the slices were deep, only painful. "Boy, walk out there a ways and listen for any hoofbeats. If you hear anything, don't yell, just come a-running and let me know." "Yes, sir," Jimmy said, and ran back in the direction they had come. "Ma'am, looks like your man will be fine. He's got some cuts, but none so deep as to have damaged anything important. If we can keep him from getting infected, he'll be fine. I just heard you scream, didn't hear him." "No, you wouldn't. James is a brave man." "He might be brave, but he led you folks into this predicament. That kinda tells me he don't know what the blue blazes he's doing." The woman bristled at Callum's comments. "Those men just rode up. How were we to know they had bad intentions? You can't go shooting people indiscriminately. That would be breaking the law." "Don't see no law around here. Do you?" "This is a nation of laws, without which we'd be back in the Dark Ages." "Reckon getting skinned alive rates right up there with the Dark Ages." The woman sighed. "Maybe you're right. I'm just glad you showed up. Thank you. It was rude of me to argue with you when I should be thanking you." "Not a problem, ma'am. I'd just suggest you be a mite more careful who you allow near you or your wagon. This ain't St. Louis." "Yes, well, you're right. It seems to be a different world entirely." She sighed again and said, "My name is Sarah Radcliffe. I much prefer Sarah to ma'am." James moved, a soft moan issuing from him. A moment later, his eyes opened. He saw Callum above him and then quickly looked around. "Sarah, what's happened? Where are we?" "Mister, you're alive and out of that camp. You're gonna hurt for a while, but you'll be fine." "It's fine, James. This man, I don't even know your name." "Name's Callum. Callum Jeremiah Logan." "Mr. Logan rescued us from those awful men." "Mr. Logan?" James said, wincing as he tried to move. "We're truly grateful for your assistance. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't come along." "I'll tell you what would have happened. That man back there with a slug of lead in his belly would have skinned you alive while your family watched. Then they'd have had their way with your wife, and no telling what they would have done with your son." "Mr. Logan, my wife is present."